Welcome back this week, guys. Today we're going to show you how to make our Flounder Ceviche. I like to start this process first, just due to the fact that it'll take about 30 minutes. First, we're going to steep the coconut milk and the ginger and salt together for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take about 15 to 20 minutes for it to cool. So first we add the minced ginger, the coconut milk, and the kosher salt. From there, we'll put it on the stovetop over low heat and allow it to steep for about 10 minutes to try to infuse some of those flavors into the coconut milk. While our coconut milk mixture is infusing the flavors with the ginger, we're going to go ahead and cut up our flounder now. One thing you want to ensure that you do is check for any pin bones that is on the fillet. Normally they are right along where the spine is on the fish, which would be through this line here, more towards the front of where the head of the fish would be. So to remove these where they're smaller, I'll just take where you fill them, cut on the back side of them, and then on the front, and then just want to pull it out, and you set it to the side to discard. From there, I'll split the fillet in half, and then I'm going to make long strips in the fillet, because what we're going to end up doing is dicing this, and you want it to be about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. And we'll set those to the side, and we'll finish the remaining fillets. From there, we'll grab a small mixing bowl, and we're going to add our fish to that. If you're still waiting for your coconut mixture to cool down, then place some plastic wrap over your mixing bowl and place it in the refrigerator. Now that we have our flounder cut up, we're going to move the bowl out of the way. We're going to grab our coconut mixture that has been steeping for 10 minutes. So this is our coconut mixture. It's been on stovetop for 10 minutes. We're going to now add our fresh squeezed lemon juice. And now we're going to allow this to chill. It'll probably take about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll place this in our refrigerator. I already had this one cooled. I'm going to grab a whisk real quick, give it a quick stir. Make sure everything's blended together well. I'm also going to grab a strainer and a ladle. The ladle we will use to kind of press the ginger down to try to make sure we're getting all the flavor out as possible. Now we're going to use our ladle and press down just to get the remaining juice. From this point, now we're going to add our red onions, fresh chopped cilantro, and a little green onion. Now, if you have gloves at home and you feel comfortable, you can also mix it with your hands. If not, you're more welcome to use a spoon or anything else. We're going to mix the mixture with our hands. And then we're going to wrap this tightly and allow it to sit overnight in the refrigerator. Now, when preparing the plantains, they are sometimes tough to peel. So the way that I usually perform it is I'll cut the ends. And then carefully, you have ridges on the outside of the plantain. I'll cut down, not through the actual fruit, just through the peel on those ridges. And then the peel, you'll need to press your finger in between the cuts and start to pull them apart. And as sometimes they can certainly be tough, but as you start to get your finger going, just run down the fruit and then peel it off that way. Now that your plantain is peeled, you'll just need to cut it just straight across in about 1/2 inch increments. And from here, we're going to pan fry them. So now we're about to deep fry our plantains. I have a saute pan filled with about 1/4 inch of oil. We're going to place them in very gently so we don't splatter oil on ourselves, so we do not want to burn. These are going to take roughly about 4 minutes. After 2 minutes, we'll take and flip them over. What we're looking for is just a nice golden brown color. So now it's been about 2 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and flip them over. And as you can see, they're starting to get that nice brown appearance. You don't want them to get too dark because they're going to have to fry a second time as well. So now we're about 4 minutes. The plantains are nice and golden brown. We're going to go ahead and pull those off, so then that way we can take them over and smash them. All right, now that we've done our first fry on our plantains, we're going to pretty much smash them. With doing those, you can use a side of a knife, a saute pan, a small sauce pot, anything. But what you're going for is trying to smash them to where they're about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. You want them to kind of almost be like a chip. And then once we finish with that, then we'll also do a second fry on them and lightly season them with just a touch of salt. So like I said, I'm going to use a small sauce pot to smash them. They've already been fried once. Just put it on top and just lightly press down, and then it should just slide off the bottom. And from here, we'll do our second fry. Now that we have the plantains smashed, we're going to go and do our second frying. Again, you want to gently place them into the hot pan of oil, dropping the plantains away from you so you don't splash oil on you. You're going to allow these to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to pull them out and put them on a plate lined with a paper towel and season with a little bit of salt. Now our plantains are done frying. We're going to pull them out and put them on a plate lined with paper towel just to soak up some of the excess oil. And now we're going to season with a pinch of kosher salt. So after we have our plantains that have been fried twice, we're going to shingle them onto a plate. For this application, I have 3 of them. We're going to grab our ceviche out of the refrigerator. And then we're going to make a single mound across the center of the plantains here. We're going to garnish with a little bit of green onion. Then a fan of avocado. And this is our Flounder Ceviche. I thank you for your time, and I really look forward to seeing you at D2.